Hi, I'm David Harry, and in this video I'm going to be testing a Aputure A.lav lavalier or clip-on microphone with a GoPro Hero 6 Black. So the point of this video then is to do some quick tests with the Aputure A.lav lavalier or clip-on mic with the Hero 6. So what I'm going to do is just do a little test outdoors right now, and then I'll go indoors and do another test so we can hear the sound of it in two different environments. Now the way that this is configured right now is that the Aputure is plugged into its own power supply, then its power supply is then plugged into the GoPro via the GoPro Pro 3.5mm mic adapter. Now this is on the Hero 6 and it will also work on the Hero 5, and I've just got it in its standard mic powered mode as well, so no plus 20 dB gain or anything like that, because this microphone just doesn't need it. And in its standard powered mode, it actually seems to be well suited to the input level that the GoPro is expecting to apply to the microphone's audio as it goes in. In fact, I would go as far as to say it's probably one of the better matches for the GoPro 6, and I'm going to assume the GoPro 5 for that matter as well, because some microphones can sound like really hot going in, and what tends to happen is when the microphone's really hot and the level's loud, the GoPro starts applying all kinds of limiting and whatnot, and you hear that kind of quite heavily in the sound, and it can almost reach into distortion as well at certain points. So like I say, I think on balance this is well matched for the input that the GoPro is expecting, or at least the 6, and I would imagine the 5 would be the same as well. Okay, so I mean this should give us a really good indication as to how it sounds outside. And the other thing as well, it comes with a fairly long cable, so you can do this. you can actually walk like quite far away from the GoPro, and you know, you can walk all over the place. I mean, in fact, I can come right out of shot from the GoPro and then come back in again and all the rest of it. And because it is a lav and it is attached to me, the microphone's going to follow my voice wherever I go, so it's really good if you intend to like come off a little bit from the camera, or if you want to move about a little bit. So yeah, it's quite a versatile mic in that respect as well, and I think so far this should give you a really good idea as to how it sounds, you know, the audio quality of it, how my voice sounds and whatnot. And I tell you, in fact, you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to put the GoPro onto a pistol grip and put the stabilizer on and try doing it that way, so it's kind of like truly like a proper vlogging setup. So I'm now on my pistol grip and I've switched the stabilizer on as well. Now I'm not used to shooting like this, so hopefully I'm not too mad with it. So let me just move it about a little bit. I mean, for anybody who's used to vlogging like this, they'll know exactly what they're doing. I don't really do vlogging per se. I kind of do like tech videos and stuff like that, which kind of come off like vlogs almost. So like I say, I'm not really used to doing this, but I'll try it anyway. So I'm just going to walk a little bit with it. I don't know if I'm in frame properly or anything like that. I've just tried to have a quick monitor on it on my iPad, but then as soon as I start moving, I can't see the iPad. Yeah, so this will give me an idea of like how well this works in this particular setup. I mean, I have no doubt that the microphone sounds well in this setup, because again, like I said earlier on, as I'm moving about, the microphone stays like, you know, in contact as it were with my voice. So no matter where I go, the mic is following me. Yeah, and yeah, I feel a little bit daft now walking around like this because I'm not used to doing it. But this should give anybody who's used to using a gimbal or a stabilizer or like a selfie stick, this should give anyone who does that and who does vlogging an idea of what this would actually sound like and what it reacts like with the camera and whatnot. Anyway, so after this bit now, I'm going to go indoors and just do a little piece indoors as well. So I'm indoors now with the A.lav, and yes, just a couple of things I need to clear up before I go any further. I'm having problems with exposure and colour with the Hero 6. These are things I've kind of mentioned in other videos. I don't want to dwell on it, but it's now starting to do me head in. I've never had these problems before with the 3 Plus or the 5, and I don't know what's going on. Even when I go into auto mode, it just doesn't seem to be working correctly by comparison to the way it did do in the past. And for some of these things that I'm doing, especially with the microphone stuff, because it's not like picture critical things that I'm doing, I just want to leave it in auto and just get on with it. But I find that I keep chasing the picture. So what it is, you know, I'm not even going to attempt to fix it in post because some of the stuff outside is actually being burnt out as well. And the other thing is indoors, you know, again, you know, there's some weird stuff going on as well. I'm using decent lighting as well for doing what I do, but I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so I'll just move on by that. So yeah, people will have noticed it and I've noticed it, but you know, luckily these are audio tests. And getting back to this microphone, I think it's awesome. It's 25 quid. It comes with all kinds of like little bits, you know, bits and bobs and cables and a nice box and all kinds of things. And if you check my videos out as well, I've used this on a few videos and there's like a decent kind of like semi-technical unboxing as well of it and whatnot. So if you want more information about it or you want to hear it on other things, check out some of my other videos. But for £25, you can't go that far wrong with it. And what I'm going to do quickly, and I didn't do this test outside because there was a fair bit of noise going on, but I'm going to stay quiet just for a few seconds and let's just see what the hiss level's like on the microphone indoors. Okay, so that'll be enough silence there for us to hear what the hiss level's like. Now, the one thing I will say here, because we're recording to the interleaved audio with the GoPro, what that means is that it does a fair amount of processing and whatnot. But like I'd mentioned earlier on, this microphone isn't like too hot or anything. So basically what happens is the GoPro isn't trying to like really slam it with a limiter, or it's not trying to drag it up with any kind of auto gain AGC or anything like that. So I think this microphone is really, really well matched electronically to the actual GoPro's input or for the impedance and the sensitivity, where the GoPro kind of sets its stall out in standard mode as well. Like I said also earlier on, you don't want to go to the boosted modes with this microphone, and indeed with most microphones. The only type of microphone I think you would need to do the boosted mode on, or like that 20 dB plus gain, is if you were using a dynamic microphone. And I will be doing some tests as well with some dynamics as well. Quite noticeably, the Behringer XM8500 Ultra Voice. That's an amazing microphone that costs between 16 to 20 pounds, and like it's unbelievable for its price. So I will be doing a test with that on the GoPro, and I'll imagine that with that one I will have to use that boosted mode. But also what I'm going to try with that is using my Saramonic Smart Rig as well. Now I would normally use the Smart Rig to also power condenser microphones and shotguns and whatnot, and there's a couple of videos with the 6 that I've done with that as well. I'm actually covering a couple of shotguns as well with these tests that I'm doing on the 6 for microphones. But like I say, the Saramonic might actually work out really well with the dynamic microphones as well, because of that thing that I was mentioning earlier on, getting the gain right when it goes into the GoPro, so that the GoPro isn't struggling too much to do, you know, to kind of like start limiting or gaining things, you know, automatically and all that stuff. Anyways, I'm kind of like going on a bit like over the top about technically about microphones now. I can't stop once I start, so I really do have to kind of rein myself in towards the end of videos. Otherwise, I don't know when to stop. So this probably seems about the right place to stop the indoor test and also finish up on the test of the Aputure A.lav with the GoPro Hero 6 Black. Okay, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Maybe you found it entertaining, maybe it was informative. If so, please consider giving me a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. Also, you may want to consider subscribing to my channel and clicking on the bell for notifications as well. And what that'll allow you to do is to keep up with all the videos that I do. I do a lot of stuff to do with hardware, software, cameras, microphones, basically go right across the board with tech stuff. But if the only thing that you're interested in that I've been doing is the GoPro stuff, then you may want to consider just checking out my GoPro playlist. And then on top of that, you can actually go directly to all my GoPro videos at www.goprohero6.co.uk. Okay, so the only thing that remains for me to say right now is thank you very much for watching this video. Take care and goodbye now.